So it's weird not being able to stream and talk about certain things, especially that I've made it public. It's my doing, people. Honest to God. And I just got to accept it. But thank you, Kelly Clarkson is beautiful. I appreciate it.
Drink, cry, fart on my tits. Oh, please fart on my tits, poofer. Please fart on my tits, poofer tit farter.
Thank you, Anonymous, for that wonderful, wonderful point of view. I appreciate it.
Even if Tookie was kidding, why did I laugh at you being called a retard?
Well, that's fine. Everybody thinks I'm retarded, I guess, so I gotta accept it. Tyler Durden, brother, this is karmic. I love the good guy. Thank you, Tyler Durden. Is this Felicia?
Yeah, it's Felicia. How's it going?
We are live right now, just to let you know. So
Oh,
we
I do
are
know.
live. Okay, cool. I
I
just
am
want to
aware.
give you some heads up. But
Oh, yeah, I am aware. Yep.
how's it going? Are you driving back home?
I am driving right now. Can you hear
Yeah,
me okay?
I hear you perfectly.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to get a hold of you, but it seems like you would rather do this publicly, which I would prefer not to. But
Right.
if that's what's going on, let's do it publicly.
Well, Mersh came on and kind of revealed that I was drinking, so that's where we're doing it. It wasn't going to be public, but he got it out of me. So here I am with my soul to bear, unfortunately. And yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I've been respectful. I understand your wants and needs, Felicia. And I just realized I can't abide by it. So I don't mean to do it publicly. I understand where you're coming from, why you don't want that in your world. I totally understand, but unfortunately, I drank and it feels like I'm a failure right now. And it feels like it's public, so it's automatic failure. So I understand that. But I did not want this out and about, but here I am. So, and I have so much respect for you. I care about you and I don't want you to feel like I'm a burden in your life. And I don't want that for you. I really truly don't. So, here I am failing downwards yet again. And I can't do anything about it because I'm powerless. So I apologize for how everything progressed. I didn't want to get to this point, but it got to that after a lot of prodding. It got to this point, and I care about you, but I understand your world is different than mine. And I respect it. And I have no animosity towards you whatsoever. I understand you have a career that you have to look after. And this shit is going to be the last thing you need for your career. And I don't want to put that on you whatsoever. But I know I'm a streamer. I know that I am putting my heart on the line every time I go online. I know it's not necessarily the best way to go through life, but with my circumstances, this is how it kind of progressed. And I apologize to you. And you don't deserve that. You don't. And
Now, this is
yeah.
going to be, it's like, to me, I consider this private, but
Yeah.
if you would rather talk privately, I would. But
I
I
would
mean,
too.
it's difficult for me to talk publicly about it. But
Absolutely.
since I did, come on, I'll say that I just feel like you're forgetting a couple of things that I'd like to remind you of, which is that from the beginning, uh, I did tell you where I stood with
Yes.
substances. And
Yes.
I also, whenever we hung out, we had a great time. And I didn't really realize, I didn't start to think that it was a problem for you until, the last week that we hung out.
Right.
And when I brought it up to you, I made it very clear, and I made it very clear multiple times that I did not want you to change anything you do for me.
That is true. Felicia says, "Don't change for her." But I did make the change because I cared about you, and that's where the dilemma kinda is. That's where I'm at right now. It's that I made these changes just to be able to, be in your orbit, and I apologize to you, and I, wholeheartedly understand where you're coming from,
Okay, okay,
you know?
but that's not how you're putting it out there. You're putting it out there publicly, like I tried to force you to change.
No, I cared
And
about you so much that I wanted to change to be good enough for you. And I just realized I can't do it because now I'm quietly drinking. Because now I just want to be I just want to present myself the best for you, and that's where I failed because I did it. I went down this road for reasons that are not real.
well, I don't know what you mean by that, but
It's because that when I want to change for somebody, I'm not changing for myself. So that means the reason why I'm changing is not in a complete, sincere, heartfelt way.
yeah, so at the time when I was telling you, don't change for me, it's not
Right.
going to work, and people who change for other people end up resenting them, that's exactly
Hmm.
what's coming out now. Because all along the way, I've told you, you have to do it for yourself. And
She did.
what you told me multiple times was, no, I do want to do it for myself. I'm
I
worried
do.
about my health. It's a problem for me. I don't like the way that it makes me feel. So I feel like you opened up to me and you were telling me multiple times because I said, "Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure?" And this conversation about this subject lasted for weeks, and I said, "If you want me to support you in changing things for yourself, I will." And you said you would like that. And so I
Yes.
then went down that road with you, and I told you from the beginning,
Yes.
relapses are normal. Relapses happen. I've
Right.
been through this with other people. I'm educated on the subject, and so whenever you did, what we'll say relapse in the past, you have told me, and I have told you, I expected this because this is part of the process. If a person actually wants to change for themselves, it's not easy. You do need a support system. I said
Right.
I would love to be a part of that support system for you, and I can help you get more people to be a part of that support system who are professionals who know what they're talking about. And you told me that that's what you wanted. So this whole
Yes.
time, you've been telling me that this is what you wanted.
Right.
But today, you're presenting it like I made these demands on you,
No, no, no,
and
no, 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 no. I actually said I wanted to do right by you and what you wanted in a relationship. And that's why I did this. I did this. I didn't do this for myself, Felicia. I did this because I wanted to be with you. And that is a fact. That is a fact.
okay,
I was disingenuous. I wanted to do this for you because I cared about my time with you a lot.
right, right.
And that's
So,
why I did that, because I cared about you and I wanted to hold forth. And I just realized I'm just not, I can't do it. So, and I apologize to you because you deserve better. You deserve better than this shit. Because I am trying to go through life and do my thing the way I'm doing it. And it's really difficult. And I tried and I failed. And I understand the relapse situation wholeheartedly. And I relapsed. But I have not done kratom. I have not done weed. I have kept that out of my element. And now I just have a drink when I'm streaming. That's where I'm at. And I understand where that just seems like, and I totally understand, Felicia. Felicia, you can't be with a person who has these issues. I understand. And I feel like I failed you, but I cared. I cared so much about my time with you that I'm willing. I even said to you, I was like, I'm willing to make changes in my world in order to be a better person for you. You are a high level individual, and I want to be. I want to be high level too, and I want to do the best
yeah, but
by
here's the
you.
thing: it's not if that is something that you actually want.
Yes.
Not no. I'm saying if that is something that you actually want, if if you feel that drinking is a problem for you, if you feel like it's affecting your life in a negative way, if that is something that you want to change, you're this is not a failure. The process of stopping using substances and drinking is very much like this. This is normal. This is not just like you are the only one who goes back to it and everyone else quits and they quit for good. That's not how it works. It's not a straight line to where you want to be. It's more of a spiral. It's more of an upward spiral to where you want to be.
All right.
So I don't think it's healthy for you to think of yourself as a failure or think of this happening as a failure because you keep beating yourself up about it. And I
Hmm.
understand there's probably a lot of shame that you feel, which is a normal feeling, and that's not going to help. That's not helpful. So
Right. Yeah, I
I'm saying,
understand.
yeah, it's not about me. It's about what's healthy for you in your life.
Right.
And whatever, if that's something you want to do, you have the beginning of a support system. I support you
I
in this
appreciate it.
effort. I'm not, this isn't something that's like, well, I tried and I failed and I'm not good enough for her. It's, I know you're drunk right now, so I don't even know if you'll remember this, but I'm trying to get you to pull way back and view it as a bigger picture thing. And it's not. I'm not viewing it that way. I don't think it's healthy for you to view it that way. But that's only if you want to stop using substances and drinking. If you don't, and you don't feel like it's a problem for you, then that's fine. Keep doing what makes you happy. And
Right.
have I have never forced you to do anything.
No.
I have never. Well, you did say she forced me to go to a counselor, and but
You didn't force me. I wanted to do this for you just to get over this issue that I'm going through. And I'm trying to quit and I'm trying to abide by it. And here's the thing, I'm by myself. I'm in my own fucking world. I have a tendency to say, okay, life is boring. I got to change it real quick. So that's where I went, grabbed the bottle, and now here I am on the weekend with a little alcohol in my system. And in doing that, I I guess I let Mersh know that, hey, don't let anybody know I'm drinking right now. And
yeah, it
yeah.
sounds like you put a lot of pressure on yourself, to change this, and that's not really helpful either. And then
Right.
I think you're transferring that pressure over to me, but
I
I just
don't
do
want
want to.
that.
No, I'm saying you are transferring it over like I've been putting pressure on you. I've
No.
been offering to be a part of a support system for you, and I offered, and I'm only one person. I can't be your whole support system, which is why I offered. Would you like to talk to somebody who is a
Yes.
professional in this area? And you said yes. And
Yes.
I, it's just weird because now everyone's like, it's her. She's the problem.
I did
And
not say
it's
that. I did not
not,
say
no,
that.
I know. Everyone else is telling you that. Everyone else is telling you
Oh,
that.
of course, yeah.
But I'm trying to be like, don't you remember the conversations we had where I told you you can't change for another person. It doesn't work. That's a recipe for disaster. You have to
Yes.
do it if you want to do it. And over and over and over, you told me, I'm not doing it for you. I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for myself. So that's what I was told by you.
Right.
And now you're telling me that no, you weren't doing it for yourself. You were doing it for me. So I didn't know that until now. So,
You're
and I,
right. And I lied to you. I lied.
well,
I did it for you. You're right.
okay, well,
No,
if you
you're
ever want to,
absolutely right. I did it for you because I cared about you and I was willing to make major life choices in order to give a shit about you and be the man that you're looking for. That's why I did all these things because I cared about you and I apologize for that. But here's the thing, so it's torture. It's torture in my end and I'm trying to do a daily stream and it's been a pain in the ass for me personally. It doesn't have anything to do with you. This has to do with me. So I apologize. I even told the audience that this even I even told them that this is not what Felicia wanted. She wanted me to follow through what I wanted, and I wanted to be clean because this is what you didn't want in a relationship, and I wanted to be in a relationship with you. So my natural way is to solve it is by fixing this issue. And
right? But
I
the
failed. I
priority,
failed. And I apologize, but yeah, I care about you. And I have a feeling after today's show that it's going to be totally different. I totally understand that. And that's fine. That's fine. But at least I'm being real about where I'm coming from instead of having any precognitive notion that I wanted to quit for somebody, which I tried to do and I failed. And I apologize to you. I apologize to everybody, but I'm trying my best.
I
Uh,
agree that I believe that you're trying your best. I see you trying, and I think that when you are ready to quit for yourself, which I think you already are, and I think it's just difficult. It's a very very difficult thing to do.
It
That's
is.
why there's a whole that's why there's a whole program around it. It's very difficult, but I will always be a support system for you.
And I
So I
appreciate
think
it.
priority should be, you know, you getting you meeting your goals that you set for yourself. That should be the priority. You should not make the priority, doing what works for me in a relationship. And I think that the priority shifted to doing what's best for you. And if you are telling me that you don't like the way that it makes you feel, you don't like the way that it makes you feel when you sober back up, you don't like, you're afraid of what it's doing to your health. If all those things are true,
They are.
then I would be a bad friend to not point that out to you. You know,
Right.
I would be enabling it if I just, you know,
Yeah. Well, I
so
mix it up with my like my care for you. I do care for you, and that's where I made the problem. I mixed up sobriety with caring about being with you because I truly value my time with you, and that's where that problem comes from. So I apologize for that. I
Well, I
didn't
care
mean
about
that.
you too. I care about you a lot, which
Right.
is why I never, you know, I never said, well, that's that. We can never talk again, and you must meet my list of demands or else. I've been very caring to this process. I've made it very clear that here's the way it has to be done. You have to decide to do it for yourself. And if you want my support, you have my support. And you did ask for my support. And so
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
will I will I will continue to support you if you want me to.
And I
So
appreciate it, Felicia. I really do, but it feels like I'm being beaten down to be not the man that you want in your world, and hate myself for that. So there's another layer on top of that. It's like I'm not. So it's like, well, how much can I do? I'm quitting all these substances, and it's like when I try to, I fail. I failed. I drank one weekend, and it's just like I can't do it. Apparently, I've quit kratom. I quit weed, and I just needed a drink. And this is where I'm at right now. I'm just telling you, this is where I'm at right now. I had
right.
a drink because I don't have weed. I don't have kratom in my system. I don't have that. And I just want, and I understand the concerns with kratom because I'm right there with you. So I quit these
Uh
things.
right. No, it's like I said,
Do it
you're at
for
the beginning.
myself.
No, no. You're at the beginning of a process, and I expected this. So in my mind, you're not a disappointment to me. You're not a failure. This is part of the process. This is very common in this process. So
Right.
I think that you think that I'm viewing it a certain way that I'm not, and I think you're forgetting that. And I told you at the beginning, I expect this to happen because that is part of the process. It happens. So you can't say, well, I tried. Well, how long did you try? You know, so if you're saying I tried and I failed, it's unrealistic for you to think that you're going to quit everything and then just
Right.
not go back to it. That's an unrealistic expectation that you're putting on yourself. I did not have that expectation, and I'm not judgmental about it. Like I said, and I told you before, I told you from the beginning. I go, I expect this to happen. If it does, feel free to tell me.
Right. And I wish
Now,
I wish I would have talked to you before I even went on a stream, but I was like, okay, here comes another stream opportunity for me. And I'm like, I better do it. And then all these little cracks, these little fissures in my facade broke through. And here I am today with my heart bare to the world. And so I got to live with that. And I'm just telling you, Felicia, I respect you wholeheartedly. You went through a lot of shit, and I want the best for you. You don't deserve shit. You deserve the best. And unfortunately, the way I am right now, I'm not able to meet that demand that you want.
it's
Because
not a demand. I have
I know
never
it's not a
demanded.
demand. I know it's not a demand, Felicia, but by God, you want some semblance of normalcy in your life, and I'm not the man to give it to you, and it breaks my heart a little bit. I agree that I can't sufficiently be that for you. And that sucks. That kills me, and I apologize. No, I don't apologize. This is how I feel. I feel like I want to be high level like you, and I just feel like I'll never make that opportunity happen. I want that for myself. I want to be good
I,
enough for you because I care about you. And I am misconstrued in that with my substance that how I want to quit for myself and how I want to quit for others. And I totally agree. And you're absolutely right. But I'm just telling you where I'm coming from because I
I
care
think
about
you're,
you. And I'm
well, yeah, I
sorry
think
that I
you're,
had to put this on a stream.
hey, I'm on here too with you. So that's,
Right.
I'm accountable for that. But I'm just saying, I think, yeah, of course, you're feeling a lot of negative feelings. There's a lot of negative self-talk. And I'm saying, yeah, well, you're under the influence right now, so you're going to think of this as a very, very, very negative thing. But if you sober up, you'll be able to view it more clearly. And it's it's not, yeah, you're there. I think there's a lot of like there is a lot of self pity going on, and you're really down on yourself, and that's not going to help anything.
No, of course not. And I'm used to it because that's how I've lived for many years. I can't help it, you know. And I'm trying to figure it out as I go. And I'm sorry for I didn't want to make you feel like you were overly demanding, but I understand what you're looking for in a relationship. And I failed. And I that's on me. That's not on you. That's not on anybody. That's on me. So I got to live with it and I got to figure out how to move forward. And I apologize that I was not the man that you expected me to be. And I have I
I did
feel
not have these expectations,
you
so
kind of do because you went through the rigmarole where you dealt with substance abusers like Pat Dixon. I understand that. You don't want that in your world. You don't want some fucking piece of shit in your corner treating you like shit. I know that. That's why I'm making these grand changes in my world because I don't want to be classed up with that type of fucking piece of shit. I don't I have no ill will towards women. Felicia? Okay. Oh, there you are. Are you back? I hear you now. And I'm sorry for going that far, but what that motherfucker did to you, I don't want to be that in your life. I don't want to be that in your life. I know you have fears and reservations against people who have certain substance issues. I don't want to be that in your life because I care about you wholeheartedly. So I'm willing to make these changes for you because I care about you.
can you wait? Can you hear me? Am I on?
I hear you, Felicia, and yes, you are on. Yes. I
Okay,
just
because I was driving through a patch where it was breaking up, so
it did
I
disconnect for a
didn't know.
moment, but you are back live. Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Um, no, I never had these expectations of you because I understand how the process works, and like I said, like I think that you think that there's like some big failure and some big disappointment, and there's not, because I just want to remind you, like I keep saying, and like I've said from the beginning, this is part of the process.
Right.
Now, if you're trying to tell me without outright saying, well, I don't want to stop doing these things, then that's fine. You can tell me that. It is your life, and you got to do what you feel is best for you. But I never had this expectation for you to just quit everything and that be the end, and then like never go back to it. I that would have been unrealistic for me to think. I think it's unrealistic for you to think that that's how it works.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to eliminate these thoughts that you have of like being a failure and not being good enough. And like I had some expectation that I never had. I'm trying to get you to understand that that's not the case. Because if you keep feeling that that's the case, it's That's not good. That's,
All right.
that's not good for you to feel bad about yourself in that way.
All right. I know.
But I also understand that you're under the influence right now, so it's probably difficult to comprehend and remember and whatever, But I I support you in whatever you want to do.
Right. No, I hear you, Felicia. I wanted to do the best by you, and I failed, and that's just all.
Okay.
I know this is not what you wanted. You didn't want somebody to make a grand change for you. I know you didn't want that, and I understand why, because you want them to do it for their own reasons so they could have a success rate of staying away from it. But I just want to say my time with you made me realize that sobriety is important, and when I'm away from you, it is very difficult, and I apologize. But you are high level. You're very high level, and I feel like I just feels like I'm having trouble meeting that expectation. And I apologize to you to send you on this fucking goose chase with this guy who says he wants to quit. I do because, you know, being with you is far more valuable than any drug, in my humble opinion. But it makes my stream difficult. It makes my outward appearance to the world difficult. I ain't gonna lie about that. And everybody has an expectation of me at this point, and I guess I leaned into that too heavy. And I'm sorry I put your name into it, but anybody that I care about who means the world to me, I just want to do right by them. And when I fail, it's torture, and I apologize for putting you in that mindset. You're going through a lot. You got your career, you got everything going on, and I feel really I feel really misfortunate for putting you in any light that you don't have you don't need to be in you in this world that I am projecting all to you, and I apologize. Hi, Felicia, are you there? She'll be back if she wants to follow up on that thought, but okay. Brother, this is karmic. I love the good guy. Thank you, Tyler Durden.